Okay, I'm back, folks. I got my station all set up to serve my tortellini soup. I got about 40 seconds left on my timer. I can tell that my tortellini is pretty much done because they're puffed up like peacocks. They're huge. Look at that. Aren't they lovely? And it's just the right soupy consistency for me. I mean, everybody do your own. If you want it thicker, go thicker. But this came out the perfect consistency, so I'm not going to add any more liquid. As much as I was tempted to add more of this wine, I think I need to put this in the refrigerator because otherwise I'm going to keep pouring it into this glass and drinking it because it's really, really good. I like it a lot. I got my cute little garnish here, my little basil leaves from outside I showed you guys. And I got my grated Parmesan Reggiano that the hubs loves. I got my red soup bowls. There goes my timer. So that's for my bread. Let's pull that out. I think my bread's done. Oh, it's a little hard on the outside. Hopefully I didn't overdo it. I cooked it for like an extra, turn off my oven. It's kind of hot in here. I cooked it for an extra minute or two in the oven because I didn't know if 10 minutes would be long enough. The package says 15 to 20, but my oven, which I'm gonna turn my burner off now, tends to run really hot. Everybody be mindful of your stove. Get to know your stove and work with it, become friends with it. I have learned with every house I've lived in, every stove's different. Some cook at a higher heat than they say. This one I think cooks at a temperature of about 5 degrees more. That's what we've learned. Anyway, let's ladle this up and we'll call the hubs to try it. I'm gonna get my ladle here, which I don't know if it's dusty or not, so I'm gonna wipe it off a little bit with my towel. I would like to dedicate this show to all of my Italian friends who watch Joey's Crazy Cooking Show. So that would be Brucey, #1 Brucey at John L. Scott, who I love and adore, and he's an Italian and he loves to cook, and he's given me some wonderful recipes to try as well. And I will have to do a show with one of his recipes. I would also like to dedicate this show to my dear friends Natalie in Georgia and Lisa in Oklahoma, because they are my very long-term friends and fans. They've been watching this show from the very beginning, and they absolutely love it. In fact, I posted a memory the other day on Facebook, like from a year ago or something, of a show I had done. I think it was the roasted cauliflower cheesy beer soup one, and my poor friend Lisa in Oklahoma was so excited. She jumped on and watched the old memory that had popped up, and then she realized that it was an old show, and she was like, oh man, I thought it was a new show. I got all excited for nothing. So this one's for you, Lisa, because I love you and I miss you, and I hope you'll come visit me one day in Washington. But anyway, so here's my bowl. I've got my tortellini soup in there, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano, compliments of the hubs. And then I'm going to add my beautiful basil, which, I mean, I guess you can eat it, but it's just really for beauty. So can you see that? Oh, wow. Isn't that lovely? Just get a nice big fat spoon. I think he needs a little bit more soup though. The hubs, he's a big man. He's not a big man, but he has a big appetite. So now that I've buried my cheese, I'll add a little more cheese. I got my basil on top. I'll slice some bread for dipping. This is roasted garlic bread. It's delicious. So anyway, I'll get a nice big fat spoon, serve that to my loving husband, who I adore. And I hope you guys try this. And I hope it's fantastic. But I will be back with the epilogue. Never fear. Joey always comes back because we have to do the taste test and go, how was it? Was it fabulous? Was it just okay? What's it missing? So, never fear. I'll be back.